industry, it's pretty fair to say that there are a lot of contradictions and there's a lot of unfair elements to our jobs every single day. A few weeks ago, a friend of a friend asked me, what do I do? And sometimes I answer this just by saying I work in advertising or I work in marketing, because it's kind of easier to explain than saying you work in media or digital media. But this time I decided to go into a little bit of detail and explain what a digital strategist does and what online advertising is all about. And this friend of a friend reacted as if I told them I was a Lewis driver on strike or a Dublin City clamper. So not very nice to be looked at like this over brunch. But this person basically said that, you know, if we're putting up ads all day long, we're annoying them. They are ad blocking at the moment. They used to delete cookies, now they ad block, use VPNs, illegally download and stream. So what do we do when it comes to things like this? Because really for me, as an advertiser, as a media strategist, this isn't fair. So there's obviously a disconnect between what we want and what the users want. When it comes to ad blocking, users are saying that they don't want clutter, they don't want to be bombarded with ads every day. We recognise that digital media is growing and our ad spend is growing to reflect that. But our strategy isn't really evolving with the usership. So our solution at the moment is a little bit basic. We are bombarding them with interstitial after interstitial. There's interstitials on top of irrelevant homepage takeovers. They're appearing in between articles. We're running expensive pre-rolls on top of 7 other expensive pre-rolls before a piece of content runs. So really there's a bit of a discrepancy in what is exactly fair. Users say that, you know, they are prepared to maybe see ads if they get really good, great content. They don't mind getting served ads if the content is going to be good, as long as it's not a cluttered environment. But, you know, they're doing things like they're paying for Netflix subscriptions, they are upgrading from free Spotify to premium Spotify, but when it comes to ads and ad blocking, they really don't see that, you know, there's jobs at stake here, that there's really great editors out there who are producing content, and that sometimes the ads that are being run there are actually paying for people's salaries. So big disconnect there, and in my opinion, that's absolutely not fair. So when it comes to users, a lot of them aren't fair. You know, it's just such a disconnect. Another thing that really gets my goat at the moment is the other people that I have to deal with every single day, and those aren't my colleagues because they're all down the back there, so I can't give out about them, but it is suppliers. So when it comes to dealing with publishers and suppliers, viewability is something that gets mentioned in my office at least 25 times a day. And when it comes to planning in campaigns, you know, booking inventory when you know that half of it isn't going to get served is really, really frustrating, and I honestly feel like I'm dealing with this guy when I pick up the phone to make a booking. And when you make that booking, there's no real metric, no real benchmark of what you're going to get. In some cases, you don't know if it's the $250,000 or the 1 cent, which is really, really frustrating when you're trying to build metrics. We're up against savvier clients and auditors, so this is making our job really, really difficult. So I guess, you know, when it comes to being fair, we just need to consider all the stakeholders. There's me as the media strategist, there's clients, there's brands, there's publishers, there's creative agencies. So it really just is about identifying what is fair and what the trade-off is when it comes to that. Thank you.